say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
I give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
Wink and her necklace says best friends forever.
Sure you wanted to say forever? I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense, but sometimes you grow apart. And maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
Hello, and thank you for listening to today's episode. And let's just jump right in. I wanted to know, because I was thinking about this the other day. We went to the zoo the other day. We took Murphy and a friend to go to the zoo, and I thought it was reasonably priced.
The zoo?
The zoo.
Okay, sure.
Because for entry, it was how much?
About $25 a person.
Okay, $25 a person.
Sure.
It makes me think of going to like that wouldn't be really an amusement park, but it kind of, parts of it reminded me of the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I can get
from
that.
Disney, right?
Yeah, sure.
But it's very reasonably priced.
Yes.
Have you heard what Disney is starting to do now?
They are asking that you turn over your firstborn after they visit.
They're asking you to sign a second mortgage
Yeah.
to get in. Because how much, we went a couple of years ago the last time, how much was it to get, it's like $140 for a ticket.
Well, I don't know. It's all as a package, so it's hard to figure out. Like you buy the package of days and hotel and all that stuff, so it's all lumped in. So I don't remember what we paid individually for any piece of it. It was just a package. I
was reading about this dad who took his family to Disney for one day, and it ended up being over $1,400 it's for a family of 5. So 3 kids, 2 adults.
Okay.
And they ate there. They had snacks there, which in Disney, you can't bring your own food.
Water. You can bring snacks, can't you?
I don't think you can you?
I think we've brought snacks.
I don't know. All I know is I think every time we've
or
been
at least water.
Every time we've been there, I've never seen anyone with a packed lunch before. So this dad took his family, and almost $1,400 was the cost of a day at Disney.
Did they say if they did like any of the upgrades, like the lightning lanes?
No, it didn't say. He didn't say any of that stuff. He said for tickets and food and snacks. Which I think that's where they get you.
The food, yeah. I mean, if you're having to sit down there,
yeah.
I mean, you're paying for the experience of the Disney thing. Like, remember when we went to the German pub, like with the dancing and all that stuff and the buffet?
Yeah.
Like, the experience was good. The food was not $55 a plate good.
But that's what you get charged.
But I mean, if you're doing a sit down, at some of those high end places, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, Disney is doing this new thing.
Okay.
You can buy it on Amazon, and they will make a scanning, like a barcode on a T-shirt. So that way, and it's connected to your account. So that way, say you go into a shop or you go to get food.
You can just walk out.
You can just walk. No, you walk in and the person scans your shirt. So you don't have to worry about like having a card with you.
That's what the magic bands are about, right? Like you scan the magic bands.
Well, this is called the Scan for Payment program. And that's just, it's kind of like the bracelets, only it's a literal T-shirt that says "Scan me for payment."
I don't know why I don't like this, but I don't like this. It's not because of the money thing. It's just literally because I don't know. I don't like that.
I think it's goofy, number one.
It is goofy.
So are you going to wear the same shirt? Say you're there for a week.
Multiple times.
Do you got to wear, or do you have to buy all the shirts, or do you, I mean, that was the first thing that I was wondering.
Okay.
So this must be mostly for people who go, here and there, or maybe they're only going for one day.
Sure.
You can go on and you can have Scan Your Payment. It's blown up on Etsy because Etsy makers who make T-shirts, they can, it used to be, you'd get the T-shirt made. We did this one year where it was like,
hold on. We
did this.
We did this. We wore them. I don't know if we did this.
I ordered shirts for the whole family, and they all said our names, and they had the Disney.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, but know what? Everybody complained and bitched and moaned about it, but that's one of my favorite. Those are some of my favorite pictures as a family.
Oh, where it says,
we
like,
were
dad
all
and
wearing,
mom. Sure.
the shirt, whatever. So I just
You've
thought,
done that to us twice now that I think about it.
have I?
Yeah, the first time we went pre-Murphy and the second time with Murphy. So when we went with Soph and Coop and we're down there and my mom surprised us and was down there as well. We had shirts that time. And then when we went and we met friends down there at the park.
I did do that, didn't I?
Twice.
I've done that to you twice.
And the second time, I will say the first time was much better because you got them in white. The second time you got them in black.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember the shirts that I got the second time? I remember I got Murphy one, but I didn't know I got us one.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh, damn. I'm so sorry about that. So that's Disney's new thing. They are starting to take payment just right off your clothes. And that's supposed to make the process easier. And you have to think if somebody's going for a day.
Yeah.
So the thing about the Magic Band is if you stay for, well, I guess it depends on what package you get if you're going for the day. But it's a bracelet that you could wear in case you don't know what a Magic Band is. That means you got money in your pocket. But it's a band that you wear like a bracelet, and you can scan it when you want to buy something.
You don't have to take out the card like an Apple Watch. You can just bing.
So it's not that crazy of an idea.
Yeah, but it's just for the Disney thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the money though, right, of the $1,400 that they paid, I don't know what park they went to, what upgrades they had, all that stuff.
They went to
Peak
Magic
season,
Kingdom.
Yeah, don't know any of that. And people are like, oh, it's an arm and a leg for Disney. But then the second complaint you hear about Disney is how crowded it is, right? So if they lowered the price, it would be even more crowded there.
That's true.
They can't win on this one.
Yeah, but you know what? That is out of hand. We went to Disneyland one time when we were growing up, and it was for a day. And my parents could have never afforded. And I'm surprised at how many people can afford to take their family to Disney.
Yeah.
Because it is so insanely expensive.
Yeah,
it's sad because there's so many people. I think everybody should experience going to Disneyland or Disney World. I think it's like before I took you, you were like, this is so weird. It's like every other.
Yeah, I'm going to go to a Elitch's or Six Flags or Adventureland, but it's just going to be Disney themed.
Yeah. And so then we went.
It was, I was impressed by how organized it was, by how clean it was.
Like, for example,
how well thought out it was.
We went on a ride and Cooper's flip-flop fell off. And
that's a good story.
And we couldn't find this stupid shoe, and we're in the middle of the park. He's got one shoe. And so we went to the ride and we said, can we look? And you can't go into a ride while it's going and look around, And they said, don't worry about it. Here is a slip. And it was for a voucher, and we can go to any of the Disney stores and we could get a pair of shoes for him.
It was a free shoes voucher, right? And it was planned. So apparently it happened so much that they knew this was going to be a thing. It wasn't like here's 20% off for.
No, it was like, go and get you a pair of shoes.
Yeah. It was like, oh, this happens. I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stop the ride, this, that, and the other. Here's a voucher. Go to any place in the park and they'll get you a new pair of shoes. Yeah. I was like, ooh.
I know. I think that's when you changed your mind.
Well, no, I mean, it was the first time I went, it was a good experience. I mean, it's always been a good experience, but I was impressed with how, like I said, clean, well organized, well thought out.
So I just wanted to bring that up because going to the zoo, it made me kind of think, oh, I want to go back to Disney.
But I can't tell you. So you've plotted that against Animal Kingdom and Disney, right?
Yeah,
in Disney World. I had a better time at the Denver Zoo than I did at Animal Kingdom.
You did?
Yeah.
I feel like that's another thing is it is so expensive. You almost feel like you have to enjoy it. Like we are going to get everything out. We're going to go to every ride. Sure. We're going to eat all the food that this park has. We're going to, and I feel like that is a big money suck. And then also, again, for people that come out of town and they're coming for Disney, once they get in the park, you are out money.
Yeah. But you know what I've seen be the problem with, and this is, I guess, true for all vacations, but especially Disney, is parents have an idea of what it should be. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're going to go into it. We're going to hold hands. We're going to skip down Main Street. Everyone's going to laugh at all my jokes. The food's going to be so great. No one's going to get hot. No one's going to get cranky.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no.
just going to be magic. And then a curveball happens and someone loses a shoe. Someone doesn't like the food. Someone's hot and sweaty and cranky. And it's just kind of like, it breaks the idea of the dream of what the vacation should be. And I've seen people just get demolished in Disney because of that, right? Or anywhere else, really, weddings, anything else. You just got to be able to roll with the punches on that stuff.
Yeah.
So like, that's what I've seen with Disney the most is when we're there is people, I have a feeling, have the dream of what it should be and magical. And then life happens and it's just, I hate everything. Why'd we pay $10,000, $5,000, $6,000, whatever to come here and do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is incredibly intense, but I still want to go back. I mean, but then when I get there, I have strong feelings of I'm hot and sweaty. And
Yeah.
He was talking about me, everybody. It wasn't the kids. It was legitimately me where I'm like, damn, it's hot. I got the boob sweat or I'm tired of walking all this way.
Yeah. But-
That's another thing. The last time we went every day, we'd get there early in the morning because you pay a lot of money. So we'd want to, get every drop out of it.
Hold on. Can I say on this one, you're speaking of me, where I'm saying we're paid here. We're going from rope drop to gates close. We're getting the money's worth out of all this. And I know you so well. You will literally be like, hey, this is how you approach it. Hey, what if we just took our time in the morning? What if we just slept in a little bit and we're all well rested and we miss the morning rush, da, 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 da. And I look at you and I'm all like, okay. And we spent all that money. I'm like, no.
Okay, but on the flip side, here's where we're gonna argue about this.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I'm right because coming from Colorado.
On the flip side, I'm right. That's your argument. On the flip side, you're wrong.
On the flip side, I'm right. And let me just point out why. Here are the bullet points.
Yeah.
You get up and you got kids.
Okay.
It'd be different if you didn't have kids, but kids are the ultimate bitchers. They just really are. I mean, once they get in the park and wake up, but getting the kids to get up and there's a time difference. There's a pretty significant time
on
difference.
day one, sure.
So no, not on day one.
On day one, you're fighting a 2-hour, not delay, but you're up 2 hours earlier because you're on the East Coast.
And so if you want to get there, they'll open the park at 7:00 in the morning for early people if you have a special early pass, which also costs money. And so that's 5 a.m. we're getting. So that means Ryan starts blowing the wake up horn in Colorado time at 4:30 in the morning. Everybody get up.
Do not travel with me because I am Clark Griswold, baby.
It is so much. So we're getting up at 4:30 a.m. That means by the time lunch rolls around, everybody is so tired. That's where you get the crankiness. That's where you get the misery. That's where you get the short fuses on people.
Yeah.
If you allow
again,
people,
you're speaking of you.
But
You're cranky. You're miserable.
No, the kids are too. Don't act like they're not. Come on.
You've met our daughter, right?
Yeah,
she'll
and she
outrun-
was.
she'll outrun
I have
you.
pictures of her on day 4 where she looks like she is hungover. She's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, but she's still running.
And she's just I'm beat to hell.
Yeah.
I'm tired still, and that's where I kind of have to step in and be like, "This is not."
But she still's
enjoyable.
like, "Can we ride the next ride? Let's go."
But that's after we get in and spend an hour of her complaining and being tired. And anyway, we got way off track there. But I will tell you, I did enjoy the Denver Zoo. I didn't feel like we got completely screwed out of our money.
Sure.
And it was an enjoyable experience. I don't know. But there's something in the air at Disney. They spray crack juice through the air and you smell it and then you want to buy things.
Yeah.
Because it's magical.
You do.
And so you look at these ears that are going to end up at the bottom of a toy box 3 days after you get home, but you still spend.
That's where I am different than you on that one. You're like, look at these ears, they're so cute. We could have a picture of them. I'll put them back. It's $42.
It's true.
Don't touch them.
And then we get home and the gas wears off, and I'm like, thank God we didn't buy.
Yeah.
That would have been $40 times 5.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Times, that was just for one pitcher.
That was just for one, and then everybody took it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, and this is going to be mostly you talking because I don't really know anything about this.
And you've not prepped me at all for this.
Well, but you'll know a lot because you've been kind of keeping me up to date on this. And now, because you showed me a video on my phone, I'm being fed it. And that's the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese feud that's going on. I heard today. Now, if you don't know who these two ladies are, Ryan, why don't you just take it away with this part?
I don't know. You could go into a thesis on this one. So essentially, there are two young women who are in their second year in the WNBA. They're becoming rivals is what the media is making it, but I don't think they were rivals. I just think that they don't like each other all the way. And they played in college. They played in a national championship game against each other. Caitlin Clark went to Iowa. Went to LSU. And now they're on. Okay. Yeah.
No, let me just ask you a question. When you say it's a one-sided feud, because you said people want it, I think it's one-sided.
I do think so. I mean, if you're asking me my opinion, Caitlin Clark is extreme. I don't think it's my opinion. I think Caitlin Clark's more talented, much more talented than Angel Reese. I think Angel Reese is a good basketball player, but not a great one. And she thinks that she carries the same weight or is as good as Caitlin Clark. And I think that upsets her because the WNBA is rising in notoriety, ratings, everything else. And Angel Reese said something to the impact last year of she's not the only reason that women's doing well. It's because of me too.
Like, what is that?
So anybody who knows basketball understands that Caitlin Clark's on another echelon than Angel Reese. Angel Reese
she's a flopper, isn't she?
She's a flopper. She can get rebounds. That's what she can do, but she cannot do anything else.
Like she can't make shots. And I don't know.
A lot of her rebounds are literally her missing layups and getting her own rebound. Like that's what it is. But anyways, long story short, she plays for Chicago. Caitlin Clark plays for Indiana. There are a ton of videos of people from Chicago and other teams like abusing players, like full on body checking, grabbing them with their arm and throwing them down and then being like, what, right? And being, jerks about it, right? But the moment that there is what's called a take foul. So it's a take foul is you take the foul so you don't give up the points. Basically, they're going to get an open shot, so you take the take foul, and you basically slap their arm real quick. And Caitlin Clark, she did that to Angel Reese. Angel Reese flopped and then got up like she was going to punch Caitlin Clark and going crazy and like, who the F are you? And da-da-da-da. And literally in that same game, her teammates were picking people up and like body slamming them on the ground. And everyone's like, what it really boils down to, in my opinion, is she is just jealous of the attention that Caitlin Clark gets. And she is jealous of how good she is. Like she's way better, like much better, but Angel Reese thinks she's good.
Do you think though, and I would think so, I think that the WNBA is getting their money's worth with these two, because that's what people are talking about. I mean, if you are on, which I know that it's kind of custom for what you're looking up, but you'll come across videos of these two. I think Angel Reese is obnoxious.
Obnoxious is a good word
Oh
for it.
My God. And all she does, my eye wouldn't open. All she does is make these really messed up comments, and Caitlin Clark never comes back with it.
Like they asked her, last year you said that the WNBA is rising, not in popularity because of Caitlin Clark, because of you too. And she's like, next question, I'm not talking about that. And it's like, because in ratings and attendance figures and jersey sales and everything else, she's getting dominated.
Why do you think, though, she's on the cover of a cereal box, number one, and number two?
She's popular.
She's on the cover of Vogue.
She's popular, right? And she went to Louisiana. Well, she transferred to Louisiana and nicknamed herself the Bayou Barbie, and thinks that, or not she thinks, I guess she's big into fashion, essentially. So like she's popular. Her name carries some credibility in terms of views and whatnot. So people put her out on things. But in terms of just basketball, I mean, it's like, you know who Michael Jordan is? Do you know who Isaiah Thomas is? You ever heard
No,
that name?
I don't, no.
That's the comparison. That's how different these two are, right?
But it's nice to see the humble girl kind of winning because
Yeah.
she's not fighting back. She's not making rude comments. And
She's not
it's
Instagramming herself
showing.
with like all these beauty products and all
Which
these
I don't think
things.
anything is necessarily wrong with
No,
that.
it's not. But like, that's what you want to be. You want to be on the cover of Vogue, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't compare yourself to the best women's basketball player in the world.
When
Like,
you're
don't
not
do
that good. And
Yeah.
just to digress, a flopper is somebody, in case it's not obvious enough, but if you don't know, which I'm not saying I know a lot about sports, but a flopper is how it sounds, where they get tapped a little and they
receive an Oscar for falling down. It's like Chevy Chase falling down.
yeah, it's like comical.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard LeBron James is a flopper too. Is that true?
Yeah, there's everyone. First of all, everyone flops at some, like it was something, but some people are more egregious with it than others. And people who do not like sports listening to this, I'm sorry. We're going deep into this, but yeah, essentially you're trying to sell a foul, right? Like, oh, I got fouled. Look at that. Because sometimes,
Look at how hard I fell.
yeah, a lot of people will be more egregious with it than others. Like there's people playing like on the Knicks, their point guard, Jalen Brunson, he's a flopper. SGA for Utah, he's a little bit of a flopper, right? But because LeBron James is LeBron James, when he does it, it's a bigger story.
Interesting.
Did you really want me to start going deep into that?
Well, you did. But that's what I wanted because I don't know as much as you do about this stuff. But I'm seeing more and more stuff get fed to me, and I'm like, now it's become fascinating where
Plus,
I'm watching all these videos of them playing basketball, and the overall vibe is that Angel Reese is awful, and Caitlin Clark plays the card of like being the bigger person. But I did hear today, because the other day there was a flagrant foul that was given to
I
Caitlin
am so
Clark.
proud of you.
I've
Look
been
at you.
watching these videos.
Yeah.
There was a flagrant foul, and Angel Reese did the whole flopping thing, but Caitlin Clark got called on it. Now, have you heard they're coming out and saying a racist slur was thrown at Angel
Reese during the
Reese?
game. They're investigating it, but everyone's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like there's cameras and mics and everything around the arena. So if there was anything said, which there shouldn't have been, it'll get picked up and that fan will be banned. But everyone's like
that's kind of an excuse.
No, not an excuse. I don't think it happened. Is what
Right.
everyone is saying, because everyone's like, you hear everything. The mics are all there. Like we can hear you guys yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Like, so if there was, fans should be banned. But
I feel like I'm in a funk right now.
oh, okay.
I know, not to transition that way, but I don't know if it's the wind. It seems like I am becoming more weather dependent on happiness, where when it's nice and sunny and not windy or cold, I'm in like a really good mood. And then today, God, it's so windy out. I hate wind. Wind is worthless. And I feel like I'm letting it dictate how I feel today, which is shitty.
Wind is the worst.
Wind is the absolute worst.
The worst.
Anyway, so because of the wind, I'm starting to think about Friday, which you signed us up to volunteer at Field Day.
Yeah.
Do you remember Field Day when you were a kid? It was big. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. And it was competition.
See, that's where we differ. Yours was what did you guys play?
You had high jump, you had long jump, you had races.
You had like pull-ups and climb the rope.
And like relay races and long distance things and like ribbons. You got ribbons that day. And now there is no
It's like
competition.
it's like hot potato with the soft ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I forgot about all of that, about climbing the rope and who could do it fastest and who can do the most pull-ups.
Yep.
And do you also remember and this seems completely outrageous now, but do you also remember that there used to be, you would have to have a health kind of physical in your PE class?
The presidential fitness something or other.
Something or other, where I remember they would get one of those pokey like fat measurers.
Yeah.
And they would go around and they would they would squeeze the fat on your stomach if you had fat, and then they would measure it, and you had to fall within a certain. I can't even believe that this was a thing.
I still remember the time that you had to get in 5th grade to run a mile to get the presidential fitness. You had in 5th grade, you had to run a mile in under 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Which is outrageous. I was always a mile walker. Like I'd start
How fast
pretty
do you think
strong.
you can run a mile right now?
Oh, it would be It wouldn't be,
Like,
first of all, it wouldn't be all running.
If you hey, we're going to try. You're going to give your best effort.
Yeah.
Right. And so our mile, okay, just to give you an idea, from our, this is not going to matter to anybody else, but from our house down around the lake over there and back to our house, that's about a mile. Right.
Yeah.
Think about that. How fast do you think you could do that?
Not fast. It would be one of those where it's just above a fast walk. A shuffle run. I call it the shuffle run, where it's like you barely pick your. It's if you look up videos of people finishing marathons, they do the shuffle run. This would be me doing
where their legs stop working and they're literally like trying as hard as they can, but their legs literally won't go any further.
They've crapped themselves. It's just disgusting and horrible. But they push themselves so hard. I would do shuffle run with just a mile.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. I bet you that you could probably run a sub 10-minute mile.
No.
Do you know how fast you're going for a 10-minute mile?
I could probably do that on a bicycle, but I couldn't run it. No. Running is just
on a bicycle
to me. Yeah, on a bicycle.
It'd be like in 3-4 minutes, you'd be done.
No, I couldn't do a mile in a.
Guess what we're doing this afternoon?
I'm not going out in the wind. I already told you. I want to sit here and watch Old Highway to Heaven.
Let's start with a bike. You know exactly the route. And I want to see how fast
I'm
you
not going to go on a race.
It's not a race. It's a personal best. What do you think you could run? Not run. We'll bike you this time. Bike.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is I am not competitive at all, so I don't really care what my personal best is. I don't care. I feel like it's not going to be great, and why put myself through this? There are certain things.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
The first time you do it, it'll be the worst, and then you'll get better every single
Yeah, I know.
time.
Listen, I hear these pep talks that you give to Murphy, and so I'm not buying it because I've heard
and
that.
look how well she's doing.
But thank you, everybody, for listening to today's episode of Still Awkward with Sadie. Thank you for downloading and listening, and be sure to hit that automatic download. Before we sign off, I just want to say a big thank you to sponsors Christiana Salon Spa, Garage Door Service and Sales, and Wilbur's Total Beverage. It is a little over a week away, a vintage affair. This is a great event that they put on for charity where they have tastings, there's food, hors d'oeuvres, there's also music and ways to win, and just so much fun. I love this event and we can't wait to go. It's called A Vintage Affair. All the details are on their social media pages. I'm big on Instagram. I just find that for me to be the most comfortable place to find information, and they are constantly updating events, specials that they're having, products that they're highlighting. And this isn't just, social media that's coming from a big company. This is a family owned and operated, locally owned and operated business. So why not go see them today? And when you check out, let them know you heard about them on Still Awkward with Sadie. Thanks for listening. And we will be back tomorrow.